I can't believe we're already this deep into September already. I guess that means I'll need to work up a top 3 list. Hint, it may be out on Tuesday. But in the meantime, I have reviews and news to dispense. So let's hit up the Friday news wrap-up for the 7th of September, 2012. Despite the vague winter release date, the Assassin's Creed spin-off for the iOS, dubbed Utopia, is looking mighty fine. I'm also happy to report that in a continued effort by Ubisoft to disconnect from always-on internet-designed games, the only link between this title and Assassin's Creed 3 is that it will effectively lead up to the game, but it won't be required for bonuses on the console title. The game is set to pit you and your friends in friendly or not-so-friendly 3D brawls, while spending time setting up your assassin guild over the span of 150 years. For those of you excited by the upcoming release of Double Fine's superhero management title, the idea of it being available is just too tempting to ignore, and when the game accidentally went live, many people jumped right on it. Unfortunately, it turns out that this was a mistake, as it's a bug-filled release and has subsequently been pulled from the App Store. Double Fine has invited those who grabbed it early to continue playing if they wish, but that they'll prefer the final version, which should be out in the coming weeks. Continuing our shady theme of the week is yet another vague announcement, this time from Rovio Mobile. You know, that Rovio. Bad Piggies is dropping on the App Store on the 27th of September across most major mobile devices, iPhone, iPod, iPad, Android, and Mac, and will turn the franchise on its head with all new, never-before-seen gameplay. Bold words from the consistent Rovio. Hopefully more will be announced soon. It's kind of hard to avoid this tidbit of news, but if you happen to be thinking of upgrading your iPhone or getting a new one, you'll want to hold off until Tim Cook hits the stage on the 12th of September to talk about the iPhone 5. Our site partner, Pocket Gamer UK, will be live blogging the event from 5 PM GMT. Be sure to check it out. It seems almost unfair to have such amazingly successful titles nudge their way onto the App Store, but it's hard to complain when it means you get to enjoy them all over again. Bastion has barreled its way through just about every platform it can, and iOS is no exception. That is, if you happen to own an iPad. The remixed controls make it a snap to play without virtual sticks and buttons, but those who depend on them can still use them to beat down all the squirts they like. As for those without an iPad, you can hit up The World Ends With You solo remix. Pricey though it may be, the game is easily worth the investment, touting a huge amount of gameplay time, unique action RPG gameplay, and even a teaser at a potential sequel, or expansion to the original title, which will, with any luck, be natively ported to the iOS. Lastly, if you're after something a little less pricey and uniquely iOS, you should grab Blast Away by Illusion Labs. This excellent developer is churning out beautiful and unique titles at a steady, if slow pace. But you can bet I'll be jumping on their next release without a second thought if they continually hit this high mark. Don't forget we're running a competition to give away 5 codes for Wild Blood by Gameloft over the weekend. All you have to do is head to our website, find the review, and leave a comment. I know our site has had its issues in the past, and there are still some hiccups to work out, but we're working on keeping it up so you can have an easy access to our news, reviews, and feature content. We're also on Facebook and Twitter, but don't forget to like and subscribe so we can spread the word to our fellow YouTubers. Have a great weekend. This has been Andrew with AppSpy.com. We review, you decide.